Well, it's come to my attention that I'm mad. It has come to my attention that I'm mad. Not mad as in crazy. I fall for it every freaking time. And it's only with my new light every time. Because you have to hold it. And then it turns on the lowest setting. And the lowest setting is still bright as fuck. Ow, ow, ow. Can you tell I didn't brush the back of my hair? So yeah, I'm upset. I'm frustrated. I'm trying to use the words that I can remember on the feelings wheel. So it wasn't known to... Okay, I cleaned the bottom part already. It wasn't known to the people on my Facebook Live the other day, but my live got interrupted because my dog saw another dog and the other dog started barking, and my dog, frames, whenever she sees a threat, she wants to get between me and the threat. And the tripod was in the way. So the tripod fell in some mud, and I'm pissed off because now I have to get the mud out of the nooks and the crannies. I kind of just want to hose it down, but it's got like this felt part up here. Bitch, if you lick my ear. Ugh! I knew she was going to do it. So I have group this morning, just like I do every Monday. And this boy, I feel like I can talk about whoever the fuck I want because they're never going to watch my YouTube videos because nobody really cares that much about me other than myself. And to see, like, you know, what's been going on through the week, or, you know, like, this is like my verbal diary pretty much. And yeah, it's public, so I mean, maybe I'll ask somebody else for help, or maybe you are just nosy and you want to figure out, you know, how is the life of a multicultural, non-able-bodied woman of color who has mental issues. Okay, so that part's clean. So when my live got interrupted and my tripod fell, one of the connectors for my phone frames broke. But we can thank Goddess Lakshmi because I'm fortunate enough to have more than one phone clip. That's exactly how I felt. So I feel like expressing myself. First of all, I woke up like 3 or 4 times before I needed to, before the sun came up, because I was having stomach problems. I have IBS. So even though I got a pizza with no cheese, because it wasn't a gluten-free pizza, my body was like, no, we're gonna enter freak-out mode and get rid of this poison as soon as we can. So there's that. Right? Okay. There's nothing really I can do in the mornings. You know, I take my dicyclamine, my Vental. And, Shay woke up and he's in the bathroom and he's like, I don't think I'm gonna have a good day. I was like, me either. My stomach is crazy. Did you see how many times I woke up? And he's like, well, I don't have any of my medication. And I'm like, how do you not have any of your medication? You didn't sell it, did you? Because we talked about this. You weren't going to sell it. No, I think I just took it all. This nigga called me a druggie because I wanted to do some stuff. And he called me a druggie because of all the meds that I take. And then when I wanted to talk to him about it because it hurt my fucking feelings, because I know I have a problem with drugs and needing them in order to function in society, And he's like, oh, it's not a big deal for you to get upset over something little like that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, please just understand that this is something that I deal with. And he's like, well, I'm a druggie too, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, you're more of a fucking druggie than I am. You can't seem to make your medication last through the month. I don't understand. You know? And then he gets so fucking pissed off because he can't get his drugs when he works right next to my Walgreens, right? And when I actually run out of my medication because it's time to refill, he doesn't want to go and pick it up. So then I have to go without my medication, and I'm not sitting here crying, not doing my chores. You know, like, I don't... I know that I take my medication in order to Hold on. Okay, it's almost time to take my medicine anyway. My computer says that it's 9 o'clock. And I take my alarm for my meds is at 9:30. So let's look at all the crazy drugs that I take. So I take cyclobenzaprine, which is Flexeril. It's a muscle relaxer. I'm supposed to take it 3 times a day. I only take it 2 times a day. Because if I take it 3 times a day, I sleep all the time. I have Prozac, 40 milligrams. I used to take 80 milligrams. No, I used to take more than 80 milligrams. But now I'm down to 40. Bentyl, like I said, I have IBS. It's not a fun drug. It just helps my body digest things, I guess. What else is in here? Prenatal, because I want to be healthy, and hydroxyzine, which is Atarax, which is for asthma and anxiety. And then diclofenac sodium, or diclofenac sodium, and that is an anti-inflammatory. At night, I take more gabapentin, more cyclobenzaprine, another Bentyl, another hydroxyzine, another diclofenac sodium, and then I take Prazosin, which is an anti-anxiety that also helps people with high blood pressure. I have low blood pressure, so it really helps with my anxiety. And Montelukast to help me breathe at night, also for my allergies and asthma. Now, I do have somewhere in here, I don't see it, because I have the Atarax in there, but I'm supposed to take Klonopin. And I talked to my doctor, you know, I told her, I was like, okay, so I would like to have it twice a day because I'll take it at night, and I'll take either half in the morning if I'm feeling bad, or I'll just, you know, wait to see if I even need it. And she's gung-ho about it. She's fine about it. She's fine with the fact that I have a medical marijuana card, you know? And, hold on. Now my hand smells like vitamins. Anyway. There's only there are only 2 narcotics on my list of drugs. Oh yeah, I take vitamin D once a week, and I inject vitamin B12 once a month. The only narcotics that I take are the Klonopin, which is like baby Xanax, and gabapentin is turning into a narcotic. Or no, it's turning into a controlled substance or whatever the hell, because people are using it to like, when they can't find opiates, they go to gabapentin, which I don't understand. But yeah, this nigga called me a junkie. Or no, he didn't call me a junkie, he called me a druggie. And I was like, he knows. And I'm not saying he knows because I'm assuming things. I'm saying this because I've had multiple conversations with him about this subject. He knows how I feel about medication. He knows how I feel about drugs. I used to take opiates. I don't want to take them shits no more. Like, I never had to wean off of them or anything like that. I just fucking stopped, right? I just fucking stopped. And yeah, I did land in the hospital, or I have been in the hospital more now because of my breakthrough pain. But I would rather have a professional be like, okay, yeah, she does need this, rather than me just take it. You know what I'm saying? So answer me this. You get a 30-day supply, right? Of anything. You get 30-day supply Tylenol, right? You shouldn't run out of it early if you're taking it as prescribed, right? Especially if you get refills. So how do you run out? Please let me know. And stop calling me names, because it hurts my fucking feelings. And don't fucking gaslight me and say that it shouldn't hurt my feelings, because nobody has the right to tell anybody what their triggers are. I'm like, everybody's lived a separate life. You know, just like when I was talking about my run-in with the cops, like when that lady touched my crotch, I freaked the fuck out. Like, I just got sexually assaulted the day before. She didn't know that. But once she was privy to that information, she respected me while she had to search me. You know, like, why is it so fucking hard? And I go to groups every fucking Monday to talk about dialectics, to talk about emotion regulation, to talk about, you know, getting your goals together and shit like that. And the more I think about being independent, the more I think about the fact that I'm fucking stuck. I can't go nowhere. I don't have a job. This boy still believes that he doesn't owe me fucking money, and that hurts so fucking bad. Like, he bought a car and held it over my head for the longest time. And I got to drive it only a few times because he needed both cars to go somewhere. Never was I able to just, oh, I want to drive. Like, let me drive. Like, no, you need a fucking license. Okay, well, let me fucking practice then. Like, what do you want? You know, if... I don't know. And then I walk the baby. I walk the dog every 2 to 3 hours. But he can't walk the dog more than once. And then he says that he walks her 3 times. But I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not. Yesterday, he said that I took the mornings and he took the nights for walking the dog, right? 6 o'clock came around and I woke up and I was like, I'd taken a nap. I woke up, I noticed that he was awake and I was like, when was the last time she went out? And he was like, since you took her. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I took her at like 2 fucking o'clock, 1 o'clock. Like, she probably needs to fucking go. Well, I said that I was taking her at night. Is the sun up? It was past 6 o'clock. And he's like, that's the afternoon. No, nigga, it's not. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock changes the afternoon to the evening. And the only reason I know that is because of public access television. I'm having a lot of stresses. I feel like I don't have control, and that's what's making me feel vulnerable. And I don't like being told that I'm a druggie from someone who can't even make their medications last a month. So, and then on top of that, this nigga packed a huge ass bowl, didn't share none with me, and then took it to work. Like, I don't know where he works. Like, I'm not about to tell his boss that he's high as fuck at work. Like, I'm so pissed. That's how pissed off I am. That is how pissed off I am right now. I can't find any of our Delta 8 vapes. I feel like he doesn't care about me. I feel like I'm just a bother to him. You know, I feel like I'm just a nuisance. That's what I feel. And I don't fucking like it. I really don't. And if I had the means to leave, I really don't know what I would do. You know, because of Willow and because of Nova. So I couldn't I couldn't take Nova with me, but I can take Willow with me to a homeless shelter because now she's my service dog. But I don't want to live in a fucking homeless shelter. And I don't want to feel like I have to go to a fucking homeless shelter, you know? Like, that's not fucking fair. That's not right. Like, I want to feel like I'm cared about. I want to feel like I matter, you know? And I don't want to just feel, you know how you end up feeling shit when people show you shit, you know? And I don't feel like I've been shown any appreciation, you know? Or that I'm so sad, so irritated. Hi, Andrea, blah, blah, blah. Wisconsin spring election is coming up. And I would love to go voting. I would love to fucking go voting. But I'd have to go by myself. Because he's a convict. And he can't vote, so he doesn't care. Do you see it now? Do you see it now? He can't vote, so he doesn't care. Okay? It doesn't matter if I care. He doesn't care. I want to matter. I really want to matter. And it makes me sad because I feel like I matter more to my neighbors than I do my boyfriend. And that's not fair. That's not fair. I don't feel good. I don't feel good, and I don't think he'll ever care. Because he doesn't try to listen until I get to the point of tears. And when I do get to the point of tears, it's, you shouldn't be crying about that. Everybody has their own point of view. I totally get that. I totally get that. But when you want a life partner, I don't fuck with that boyfriend girlfriend shit. Like, I want a fucking life partner. The best housing situation that I had was when I lived in Las Vegas with two of my roommates before my ex moved in with us. That was the most chill, you know, like, we weren't a throuple, but we just worked it out, you know? And they helped me feel like I was that I was important. Let's just say that. And I miss them. I miss them so much. I still talk with them. I had a fraction math problem that, hello frames. I had a fraction math problem that I could not figure out for the life of me. I thought I was right, but I was not sure. So I called my friend from Las Vegas because he's a math professor. I just wanted to hear his voice. Like, they showed me what caring about someone really looks like. And I've been through so much fucking abuse. I've been in places where I couldn't leave. And the reason why I couldn't leave the house is because I wasn't on the lease. So the person wasn't allowed to have visitors. So I couldn't leave the house, and slowly but surely they started kind of trying to demand sex from me, and that's not okay. Especially because I had a boyfriend at that time, and he knew that I had a boyfriend at that time. I've been put in a cage. I've been pissed on. I've been, what do you call it when somebody hits you with their gun in the face? I've been smacked by a Glock. I've had a gun to my head multiple times. I've been homeless, you know, and he's lived this nice little simple fucking life where he got to live with his fucking mother until he was 30. Like, you're fucking lucky, dude. Do you not understand how fucking lucky that you fucking had it in your goddamn life? Like, So if you've never had to worry about being homeless in the past, you probably won't worry about it in the future. However, if you've been exposed to that sort of shit, then it might be a fear that you have because it has happened before. So you know that it's possible. I have the worst fucking heartburn right now. I don't feel good. I don't feel good, and I have group today, and I want to be able to participate. But to be honest, I just want to find my baton and grab some furniture and take it outside. Because I feel alone. I feel lonely. I'm frustrated because my boyfriend doesn't care to understand what I'm going through. And I feel as though my feelings are justified. And I feel as though I'm being gaslit. When I was younger, and I would have really bad panic attacks, I used to say I want to go home. And it wasn't like, oh, I want to go to my mom's house, or oh, I want to go to my grandparents' house. It was, I want to go where I belong, where I feel like I belong. And I don't feel like I belong here. Thank you. I feel lost. I know I have friends that care about me, but in the situation that I'm in right now, I feel like such a bother. And I don't know what to do to make myself not feel like this anymore. Yes, I know, baby. I know, baby. Mommy's crying. For those of you who don't know what a service dog does, that's what they do. They don't let you have a panic attack. And she stays right next to me when I get upset. I need her. I forgot what I was talking about. But I don't feel good. I really don't. My stomach hurts. My back always hurts. I feel like shit. I feel like shit. I have to call these doctors' offices to see if I can bring my dog with. Now, I know, because she's a service animal, she can go anywhere with me. However, I don't want to impede on anybody. I don't want anybody's health to be at risk. And I'm about to go to 2 different hospitals. So maybe they won't and maybe they will allow my dog to come with me. But I hope to God that they do. She loves me unconditionally. She doesn't talk shit. She doesn't make me feel like, I'm crying for nothing. She doesn't make me feel useless. She doesn't even need a leash. She comes when she's called. And she's calm when she's with me, but when he comes home, she's full of energy. She wants to bark. She wants to play fight and all this other shit. And, I don't think he understands that his actions are what's making her energetic, you know? So how are you going to get mad at her for barking if you're the one who's making her bark? Like, of course, if you RKO the fucking dog, she's going to come after you. I'm just saying. And then he tries to tell me that she needs to bring out, to like, she needs the energy to go away. And I'm like, that's why I take her outside without a leash. We play fetch. I dance. She dances around me. Like, she gets her fucking exercise. That's why I don't put her on the leash. Because with the way that my back is, if she were to pull on me, no gracias. Mind you, she doesn't pull on me mostly because we've trained her on a collar. Am I crooked? I feel crooked. You know, so with me, she's great off the collar. It's fine. She can run around. She stays in my point of view. If I say I can't see you, she comes up to me. You know, she's great. She's my best friend. She's the only person that I talk to every day. Like, she greets me good morning after he leaves. If I'm still asleep, she comes and she's always laying on my legs. It's sad when, you know, your closest friend is your dog. And when you think about your boyfriend, you get sad. Like, when you think about your life partner, you should feel secure. You should feel like they care about you. This is in my opinion. When you have a life partner, that person is supposed to understand you, and you're supposed to try and understand that person. And I feel like he's working against me because I don't know. And I ask him throughout the day, like, hey, what's something that you want me to get done? Like, because yeah, I've been in a funk. There are many times in which I am in a funk. And I don't know what to do. So I ask him, and he's like, oh, you don't have to do anything. But when he gets home, he complains that he works all the time, and what do I do? And he has to pay all these bills and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you didn't have a problem with... The reason why I moved to fucking Wisconsin is because of your goddamn job. Okay? Which means my therapist, my physical therapist, my pain management doctor, my neurosurgeon, my PCP, all of that had to get started over because of your job that you lost before I moved here. But you already bought a house and put a lease on it, so I mean, you can't necessarily move out, can you? I feel like he thinks that I'm stupid. I feel like he's trying to manipulate things to work in his favor, and I'm smart enough to see it, but I'm not strong enough to say anything about it, and that's not fucking fair, and it makes me want to hang myself. I'm not gonna do it. Those of you who have I can't remember what it's called. Those of you who are mandated reporters, I do not have a plan, and I do not want to kill myself. I've tried multiple times. It never worked out. And I've tried multiple ways, and it never worked out. So in my opinion, it's probably not going to work out. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I can't get fooled again. Thank you, President Bush. I'm going to go because it's 9:30 and group starts at 10:30, and I like to listen to music and drink some tea and just like try to calm the fuck down before group. I want to matter. I want to matter. Yeah. I want to matter to my boyfriend. So if anybody can give me some tips and tricks on how to feel like they matter, please let me know. Future me, don't make yourself feel like this again. You know what's not working, and you need to talk about those things, even if he doesn't want to listen. You need to express yourself when you feel like you're being talked to a way that you do not deserve, because you matter. So when you look back at this video, you need to tell yourself that you're not going to let yourself feel like this again. You're not going to let yourself get used. Feel used. Feel like less than what you are. Because I know that you deserve love. And I love you. I just put my makeup on. I have this thing where if I put my makeup on, I'm not allowed to cry because I have makeup on. It ain't working. I gotta go and make some tea or something. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. I need some advice. Somebody help.